Club and the Capital1 Solar Strikers here at the PFF Women's Football League 2025. I'm your commentator for this match, Alex Lagman, to guide you throughout. Again, welcome. This is the PFF Women's Football League at the Mall of Asia Sky Football Pitch Field of Dreams. This is brought to you by the Philippine Football Federation in partnership with NCRFA, our host FA, and Grid Sports Athletic, our tournament organizer. Thank you so much to all the teams of the new PFF Women's League and their sponsors. And please do use our official hashtag WFL2025. We're streaming live here at the PFF Women's League Facebook page, and the video on demand will be available after the game on the Pilipinas Live app. And now let's take a look at our standings. Capital1 Solar Strikers at number 3 with a total of 19 points, while Makati Football Club, they have a total of 13 points. When you look at the goal difference, they only have a 4-point difference from their goals, and a lot of the objectives of these two teams really is to get that win, get that 3 points, so as they could be in line in the finals with the two teams such as Stallion and Kaya FC Iloilo. And now let's take a look at our starters for Makati Football Club. We've got, for Capital1 Solar Strikers, our keeper, it is Eloria, Layakan, and then Autumn, De La Peña, Lamptey, Del Moral, Lustan, Tevez, Young, Arevalo, and Tulabing. And right now, as you see on your screens, the starting lineup for Makati Football Club. For their keeper, they've got Simpson. Next would be Viandriza, Yumanda, Defajo, De La Calzada, Furizca, Apia, Lubiano, Javier, Kikuntod, and Hementiza. This is our first match fixture for today. We've got Makati Football Club in their blue and red kits versus Capital1 Solar Strikers in their yellow kits. Again, as we're counting down the days of the PFF Women's Football League, we can feel the pressure and the intensity just increasing. These two teams, they need it. They are desperate to get those 3 points, because for Capital1 Solar Strikers, they would need those 3 points in order to be in line with the big dogs of this league, Stallion Laguna FC and Kaya FC Iloilo. Their current points right now is 19. And with 22 points increased, they will be in line with Stallion Laguna FC. While for Makati, their total points currently is 13. And even with that increase of 16 points, if they win this match, it would be a great help and could give them that fighting chance to be in the finals. A lot of action has been happening for these two teams. Previously, for Makati Football Club, they went against Stallion Laguna FC Iloilo, and they won, and they lost, rather, because of a goal from the keeper of Stallion Laguna FC Iloilo. One of the most surprising narratives that we've seen in this league, from Olivia McDaniel during the 75th minute, coming from a free kick, and it goes directly towards the bottom corner of the goal. Even after that challenging loss, it is not a testament to the performance of MFC. Yes, they've had several attacks and gave the keeper of Stallion Laguna FC, McDaniel, a challenging time too, but it really was their finishing that enabled the Stallion Laguna FC Iloilo to win that previous match. And perhaps this is something that MFC could have been working on during their training sessions. But after a bit of chat with Coach Dan Padernal, he did say that their numbers right now would be a challenge. And that is because MFC, they do not have that much substitutes because most of them had to go home because of their national team and school commitments. So far, we are in the first few minutes of this first half. Capital 1 Solar Strikers are still in possession, really controlling the pace of the game, slowing it down a bit. Even despite this, MFC still remain compact there towards the middle, very in line with the objectives of Coach Dan Padernal, taking into account the number of substitutes that they have in this game. They are opting to go for that mid block and then only choosing to go higher when they have a goal kick. Even despite the challenge of having a lack of players in this game and in their training sessions this week, Coach Dan did say that he trusts his players to give their all and still be able to give a great performance, especially towards the end of this league. And now on your screens, we see Eloria, the previous player of the game against Kaya. MFC very much opting for safety, not letting Capital One enter even mid-block towards their half. There goes Young with those long direct balls. Arevalo passing it to Del Moral. Inch by inch, she is going towards the box but then decides to give it back towards their mid. Capital One tries to swing it across, but then is intercepted, gives a through. But Young able to collect that ball. Again with Capital One. We can say that there is a lot of expectations, especially when it comes to Eloria, Yasmin Eloria, the keeper of Capital One. She did give out such a masterclass goalkeeping in their previous game against Kaya FC Iloilo. Yes, it was a tie, 1-1. But to think that she was able to block one of the top goal scorers, Julissa Cisneros, against a team that was the defending league champions of the PFF Women's League. It is crazy, and especially in a crucial match such as this one, it is not too far-fetched to expect Eloria to bring in that kind of game against MFC. Right now, Capital One very patient with the ball. Young going upwards. Great vision, but bounces off the head of the back line of MFC. It is 5:08 here at the Mall of Asia Sky Field of Dreams. It is a beautiful weather, but you can see the sun shining. Really, another challenge for these players is the fatigue and the heat brought up this afternoon. They pass it to Del Moral. Del Moral towards the middle. And one of the close attempts one of the what ifs, but great timing from Simpson going out of there and collecting that ball. A close call from Layakan. That would be a ball for Makati Football Club. MFC taking that free kick. Beautiful height towards the inside of the box, but safely collected by Eloria. Capital One opting for that short build-up. Lustan. Pressure given on by MFC. And a beautiful drop pass, setting it up. Giving it back to Layakan. A bit of misstep there. Collected, but back to Capital One. Tries to set it up. But Frizka giving it back to MFC. Apia with the ball. Looking towards the other side. Switching the play. But Capital One was very quick to switch their formation. But a foul was called there. Now a ball for Capital One. And a clearance from MFC. Connecting to the middle. But again, very patient football. Capital One's playing right now, not committing any of those unforced errors. Again, towards the middle, a beautiful position for Capital One. DeFaggio looks up, but it is a bit too weak, collected by Kikuntod. Now again, back to MFC rather. DeFaggio with the ball. Capital One, a lot of bodies going down. This is one of the most crucial falls because she fell inside the penalty box. Let's see what our referee gives out. And he gives out a yellow card. Let's see. Tevez bringing the ball. And DeFaggio giving out that pressure. A yellow card to MFC. Tevez still down, still trying to recover. As well as DeFaggio too. Capital One has been giving the pressure towards the MFC backline. And right now, we see the result of this. A bit of aggressiveness towards the inside of the penalty box. Giving out a foul, a yellow card to DeFaggio. But right now, DeFaggio is still down, being addressed by the medical team of MFC. They are still setting up, but what a chance for Capital One right now. After talking with Coach Let, she did say that she has a lot of confidence and trust towards her players. That's why she retained the lineup. We can see player number 8, Ariana Del Moral, their player number 21, Sara Tulabing, as well as player number 10, Hazel Lustan. They're inside the pitch, and that's because she can see Coach Let the effectiveness of these midfields towards the attack of Capital One. What an opportunity, just a few inches above the penalty box. What an opportunity for them, just 13 minutes in the first half. Taking it is Tevez. There goes a wall. Simpson, nakaabang. And a beautiful shot towards the top left corner by Tevez, and a beautiful celebration there. That marks the first goal of Capital One. Let's see. Coming from a foul, she gets that set piece and decides to go for a direct towards the top left of the goal. Unsavable by Aishatu Simpson. Angelica Tevez scoring that first goal for Capital One Solar Strikers.
Goal for Capital One Solar Strikers, player number 12, Angelica Tevez.
We can see a change of pace from MFC. If I were one of the players, this means Ward, you cannot lose this game, especially for MFC. It is crucial for them to win the next 2 games if they want a fighting chance against the top teams of this league. They are newcomers, but they have shown a lot of improvement and a lot of fight, giving problems, imagine, to Stallion, to Kaya, and even to Capital One, some of the veterans with experience in the UAAP. Right now we see Dela Calzada, one of the top goal scorers in this league, making that attempt. A change of momentum right now. Yes, it was a fresh goal from Capital One, pero nakita natin ngayon ang MFC lumalaban. One of the first few attempts of MFC, and a beautiful direct ball, but an off position from Del Moral. Simpson with that long distribution, but cleared by Capital One. A chance for Capital One to go for the counter. Getting that ball is Layakan. Again, dancing with the defenders, is able to get that cross, and just a few inches. Again, Tevez trying to go for that attempt, but it goes backwards. Another clearance blocked by Furisca. And a throw towards the box. Headed out. They need some space, trying to bait some of the MFC defenders. There goes that 1-2 team play of Capital One. 50-50 balls, but both teams are so aggressive. Furisca giving it to Apia. Giving it towards the side. Not much yellow bodies there. Furisca again. Going for that team play. De La Calzada bringing the ball inside the box. Will this be another chance for them? But Young checking De La Calzada, getting that safety. But great anticipation from the MFC defense. Clearing it away, a throw in for the women in yellow. De La Peña opting to regroup, giving it back to the back line. Young, very well known for her direct balls, then decides to give it to the mid, but a lot of MFC midfields are overloading, so we can see MFC exploiting that opportunity, giving it to Apia. Now they're going for that attack. Apia with a lot of yellows on her. She still has it, goes for that cross, but out goes Eloria. Again with that short build-up. Tries to go for that direct. We see a lot of direct passes from Capital One, but again, because of the positioning of MFC, very compact towards the middle, it very easily is checked by the women in blue. You can see they keep giving it back to the back. Back line. They are trying to look for those spaces, something that they have been training for in this week, finding for the spaces at the back of the defense. Spaces at the back of the defense. In front of the defense, rather. Apia again. They go down, another attempt. But saved by Eloria. It is quite early on the first half. During the first few minutes, Capital One has been dominating when it comes to those attacking opportunities. But now as we progress to almost half of this first half, we can see a change of dynamic with MFC going for those attempts, a lot coming from De La Calzada and as well as Apia giving those assists. And to all the spectators out there, if you do want to watch, all you have to do is visit ticketmax.ph or purchase your tickets here at the venue. And we see Tulabing down, holding on to her ankle. Personally, this is something I did not expect after talking to the coaches. They did say that their players are in good condition, no injuries whatsoever, but perhaps a misstep or the fatigue and also the heat during the first few minutes of this match. Those could have been factors for Tulabing. It was mentioned by the coaches of Capital One that Tulabing is one of the key players of Capital One, and they are looking towards her and also the other mids such as Del Moral and Lustan to be able to create those attacking opportunities. And as she is being assisted towards the side of the pitch, we are yet to see the kind of strategy that Coach Let will be coming up with, especially after Tulabing's minor injury here. And on your screens, you do see player number 12. That is Apia. And after talking to her here at the dugout, she does say that she is well aware of the injuries and the lack of players of MFC. That's why even though Coach Dan opted his girls to go for that mid block, it is still apparent for Apia to be hungry for those goals. She wants to go for that attack, and we can see that especially after that first goal from Capital One, giving those assists, giving it to De La Calzada,
Substitution for Makati. Substitution for Makati Football Club. Player number 30. Beyond the duck pin. Beyond the duck pin. Replacing player number 6, Janine Sponsor.
MFC going for that safety, giving themselves time to regroup against Capital 1. We are around half towards this first half of the match. And 1-0, a lot can still happen and a lot of strategies can become up with. They are inside the box. And there goes across an attempt of a bicycle kick, a fiery move from Capital One. What a performance from the attack. of Capital1 Solar Strikers. But Simpson was able to retrieve that, giving that volley kick. And MFC, they did have a substitution. And now we see Capital One in their attacking third. Layakan trying to ask for it, and there goes that cross, and there goes that cross, and there goes that header from Tevez. But it flies towards the right side. And the substitution, out goes Defajo, player number 6, and in goes player number 30, Juliana Dagbin. Quite an interesting strategy from Coach Dan, because we see a lot of chances coming from Defajo. Let's see the kind of play that Juliana Dagbin can provide for MFC. In contrast, we see Capital One not going for those substitutes, even after the injury of Tulabing. Perhaps even if it is minor, Coach Let still didn't decide to sub her out, and based on her discretion, we could really tell that she has a lot of trust for her players, creating those opportunities for them. Player goes down, but the play goes on. That was a beautiful run, but it was just a bit too far. She was outnumbered a bit. But now counter after counter. Apia gives it to the Dela Calzada. Tries to give it to the middle, but cleared by Del Moral. MFC with the ball. De La Calzada attempts, but blocked. Capital One trying to save that ball, because giving MFC a corner could be quite dangerous for them. Lubiano, another direct, straight to Young. This time, Eloria is with the ball, taking her time, inviting her teammates to switch towards the right side of the pitch. A miscontrol from Apia, given to Capital One. Given down the line, great body positioning from Lubiano, giving it to Simpson. Simpson, a quick switch of play. But wasn't able to connect with the forwards, go straight to Young. We see MFC defending again. Capital One trying to look for those spaces. but given MFC's position, but given MFC's position, very compact, giving Capital One such limited space of play. MFC giving it down the line. MFC giving it down the line. Bounces off Capital One. Now Apia. Now Apia. A foul has been called. Now a ball for Capital One. There goes Emma Young with her direct, but straight to Lubiano, clearing it away. Capital One in the box. Del Moral dancing with the defenders of MFC, clearing it away. But Layakan trying to give it in. But Apia is there to save the day. Gets that clearance. De La Calzada, no offside. This is her chance inside the box against Eloria. But it flies towards the right side. Again, another attempt from De La Calzada. One of the few closest ones for MFC. It's at this moment where Eloria and Young have to keep a close eye towards that girl named Yona De La Calzada. She has been making some trouble for Capital One. And if her attempts went in, the scoreline would have been different. But now, because of the inaccuracy of her targets, that's the only reason why it's nil right now. MFC still with the ball, inching themselves in towards the half of Capital One, but straight to Emma Young, clears it away. Again, directly to Dagbin. Viandrisa. Great composure with the ball. Maximizing the width of the pitch. Could have been a great team play, but weren't able to connect towards the end. Again, the anchor of Capital One, back with Emma Young. Another, a tough collision there, but no foul has been called. but that succeeding one, a yellow card has been given. Tevez still Tevez still down. And Tevez stands up. Seems as if she is still able to play with that one. Able to play with that one. A pretty scary collision there, especially with those kinds of headers. That's why it really is important to not only be aware of the ball, but of your opponent as well. Del Moral, Apia again. Apia again. Back to Viandrisa. Back to Viandrisa. Emma Young. in they go, and out go, and in they go, and out goes three Makati players. Out goes Sears. Out goes Simpson. Out goes Viandrisa. Isa. And even out goes Kikun. Tod. They know how deadly Tod. They know how deadly that is. Del Moral against one, two, three players. One, two, three players. Kikuntod trips over Simpson as well as their other defender of Makati FC. Makati FC. It was a pretty bad. It was a pretty bad fall, and this is not looking too good for MFC. We are aware that they are lacking players because right now because some of them do have commitments when it comes to their school and their national team duties. So even if one player, especially on the defense has to go out, it can become a great challenge for MFC.
Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love? How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Love about Pilipinas Live.
Volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live.
Ball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Love about
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Rest assured, our technical team, we are doing the best that we can to give you the best coverage that we can. Again, that would be Viandriza, a beautiful clearance, a beautiful slide headed towards Apia. And a bit of hooking of foot happened by Arevalo. Now foul has been called. That ball will be given to MFC. MFC now with the ball. De La Calzada trying to look for her teammate, gives it upwards, but wasn't able to connect just yet. Lots of aerial battles. MFC putting the ball down, going point to point. Apia running down the line, cuts it, now inside the penalty box, looks for a teammate. She goes down, but no foul was called inside the box. MFC again is in possession, tries to give it. Furizka against 1-2 defense against Young. Trying to make things happen towards the left side of the pitch. They're going inside. Gives that cross. A mistouch by Apia. Soriano clears it upwards directly to the defense of MFC Lubiano. Now with Viandriza. There goes that direct. Now they're inside the box. A left. But it sails out. This would be one of the first few corners of MFC. De La Calzada, great height towards the middle, but easily headed out by Capital One. A foul has been called. By the referee. This is around the same distance as of when Kikuntod scored. scored that first goal for MFC, that equalizer. This is another chance for them. Will Kikuntod take it? A set piece. She decides to give it to her teammates. A header from Apia. No one there except for Emma Young. They give it to the middle. Again, no MFC player. It's still inside the box. Another kick, but there goes that safety, that clearance from Capital 1. Arevalo running, going for that counter. She is capable, but great positioning from the defense of MFC. Dagpin securing the safety of the defensive line of MFC. Apia again. The score is 1-1 with Teves scoring during the 13th minute of the first half, while for this other goal from Makati Football Club was scored by player number 32, Kikunto, during the 46th minute of the second half. Both of these teams were able to score earlier on in this first half, and right now it is leveled. We are yet to see if they're able to get those attacking opportunities. Right now, it is being given by MFC. Capital 1 going for the counter, giving it to Teves. The first goal scorer. Great blocking by Viandriza. Medyo sumabit ang paa ni Teves. Simpson staying down. Let's look at that replay. That's Teves and Viandriza in between them. The first contact was from Viandriza and then next was Teves. But we see Simpson now standing way up high, pushing her teammates to go upwards, getting as much space as possible for them. Bit of a high press from Capital 1 now. Gives it down the line. None of the wingers are there, directly to Emma Young. Gives it down the line. Great anticipation from Emma Young, really putting a stop to the attacking place of MFC. MFC again. Lots of 50-50 balls right now. De La Calzada. Now that would be a ball for Capital One. Young. Taking that free kick.
My mom's gonna kill me for this internet. I'm gonna cry.
And easily headed out by Viandrisa. Del Moral trying to make things happen. And MFC giving it upwards, but none of those forwards were able to connect with that pass. A reoccurring pattern has been happening for these two teams. A challenge in transition when it comes from defense to attack. Soriano giving it down the line. Another ball for Capital One. Apia has all that space. She's running down the line. Opportunity, but she is delaying a little bit for her teammates to follow. The backline of Capital One utilizes that moment to retrieve back that possession. And a miscalculated direct pass goes outside now. A ball for MFC. Apia again, passing it in the middle. But great positioning from the defense of Capital One. Hindi nakagalaw si Hementiza. And a direct pass straight to Eloria. MFC is well known for their build-ups and the short passes in their attacking third. But right now, in these first few minutes of the second half, we see them opting for those direct passes, but unable to connect with their forwards up top. Again with the ball. A beautiful through pass, and it's just the right amount. And there goes that cross, but it bounces off the MFC defense. But that is not the end of the attack of Capital One. Right now, we see Cristobal on the corner. One of the first few corners of Capital One Solar Strikers. And a beautiful delivery towards the middle of the post, but it's easily cleared out. But now in possession, a 50-50 ball. Right now it is with De La Calzada. Again with that direct pass straight to Kikuntod. But two Capital One Solar Striker players are with her. Substitution for Capital One Solar Strikers. Out goes Sarah Jen Tulabing, player number 21. And in goes Kaiza Colina, player number 20. Next substitution, out goes Ariana Del Moral, player number 8. And in goes, and a little bit of pushing has been happening there. That would be a ball for Capital One Solar Strikers. In these few minutes of the second half, Coach Let has been putting in some fresh legs for Capital One, taking out her usual starters such as Tulabing and Del Moral. We are yet to see the kind of impact these game changers are to do in the second half. Furiska, but it is cleared by Capital One. Dagpin gives it down the line, but goes directly to Capital One. Now it's Tevez versus Dagpin. She is able to get that clearance and delay. A push from Arevalo, no foul counted. A cross given inside the penalty box. But Young is there. This is within her range, but decides to give it back to the mid. Capital One trying to regain that possession. Lots of 50-50 balls right now. Tevez gives it inside, but no teammates in sight. Appy again. She heads it out and she chases for that ball. Right now we see MFC being very true to their mid to block half, but there is a gap between their mid and MFC goes down. Another MFC player, but no foul has been counted. To all the viewers right now, here's a quick refresher. on the standings of these two teams. For Makati Football Club, they are at number 4 with their goal difference at 18 and their total points currently at 13, while just above them is Capital1 Solar Strikers. Their total goal difference would be 23, but their total points is 19. These two teams if they want that fighting chance, it is important that they're able to get these 3 points so they could climb up the standings of this league. With MFC being able to work with their foreign talents as well as their veterans and the younger players such as Yona de la Calzada, only forming just a few weeks to the start of this PFF Women's League, while Capital1 Solar Strikers only just have started as a team. A lot can be said when it comes to the progression and improvement of these two teams, especially being a threat to the professionals and veterans such as Stallion Laguna FC, Iloilo, and Kaya FC, Iloilo rather. It is through this match that can be a determining factor as to how they will perform against the top teams in the standings. Capital One again going for those direct balls, but the back line of MFC, they do have Viandriza, one of the towering players at the back, as well as Capital One with Emma Young getting those first balls. These two teams are known for their short build-ups, which is why it is quite surprising to see them doing direct balls. But Emma Young now effectively giving it towards the side to Rebosura, and there goes that cross. At hinabol ni Cristobal. It's still in. MFC trying to clear the ball, but clears it towards the middle. And a close call just right above the crossbar. In that scenario, with Rebosura is quite a familiar sight. Because of how she scored during their previous game, Capital 1 Solar Strikers versus Kaya FC Iloilo. It came from a unassisted assist from player number 21, Sarah Jen Tulam. And then that control, and then a shot from Regine Rebosura, player number 15. Now with Tulabing out, Rebosura is looking for another teammate where she can team up with to get those attacking chances.
Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Filipino.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Love about Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all out passion, all the time.